single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my.
Hey you guys. Hey Pisces. Welcome to ASHAI'S Intuition and Shay. My bad, y'all. We're doing a reading for you guys for March 2019. This is a general reading, so whatever resonates with you, please take and place it wherever it fits in your life. If it doesn't resonate with you, please leave it here or recycle it and give it to someone that it may help, okay? You guys, please check out my description box. Oh, I don't even have my jewelry on, but however. Check out my description box for private readings. And we don't want to just get started. Let's get started. So, I did a pre-shuffle for you guys. Pisces, let's get March started, all right? Oh, thanks you guys for all your likes, subscribes, shares, purchases, everything. I really appreciate the love that you guys been sending. The comments have been amazing. All right, you guys. Once again, it's a general reading, okay? Let's get started. So, Pisces. I'm going to start off with saying, lead by example. Why I say that is because you are in, it's either you, this month is going to open up a lot of different doors to knowledge for you as far as clarity. You have a lot of endings happening, a lot of major changes happening. You have 5s and 9s. You have Libra, you have water, of course. You have Capricorn in here as well. So, no. Scorpio, excuse me. It is time to find some self-awareness. Like, you have to dig deep and start getting into yourself and stop being so stubborn and being resilient and learn how to listen to your intuition. Remove the anxiety and fear that you have. It is going to slow you down. When I say there's a lot of endings coming, the endings that I see are endings to relationships. It looks like someone was in a third-party situation. And it had a lot of negative energy surrounding you. And you didn't question anything. You just went along with the flow. Which caused you heartbreak. Not feeling content. Deception was involved. Illusions. Like you just... You guys got to allow this end to happen. You have to allow this to happen. This must happen. If it does not happen, it is going to lead you on a path of destruction. So, in your pre-shuffle, we had, like I said, the 9s come out. The 9 of Cups in reverse. The 9 of Swords upright. We have the 8 of Wands and the Passion Ignited Oracle card. So, whatever relationship you was in, you thought it was moving forward. You thought you saw a future in it. Simple as that. You was looking to put your energy in the right places when it came to this relationship. So much so that you started to turn into someone you weren't. Instead of you looking for contentment and looking for a relationship full-time out of this, you were living for the day and not worrying about the future. And with that being stated, it caused you anxiety, a broken heart. But I'm getting this feeling like you're starting to realize, like the fog is moving. So you're starting to realize that that is what caused all of this anxiety you was having. Although you knew, you just was being manipulated. I have the Spiritual Strength card that came out as an Oracle card, and that's a 9. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse and the Death card. So there is, like I said, endings, and also the Death card came out twice. So there's major endings to everything that's happening. You're so, like, you were focused on what you're so focused on what you don't have. And that's causing you to not see the Ten of Cups in this. And it should. Because there's time for some endings to bring on new beginnings. It's time to let go. You have to learn how to let go. We have the Sacrifice card. It's time, and the Sacrifice card is the Hangman. So you are stuck somewhere trying to figure out if you should stay in this situation that needs to come to an end. You have the Moon and the Emperor card. So you have air. You have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius sitting around. And it's like as if they have this power over you, over your mind. And they are causing you to have illusions and dreams. And you're not using your intuition, but you're being deceived the whole entire time. And it's like but the fog is stopping you from seeing the truth for some reason. However, the King of Cups is out. Somebody's going to sing this truth to you. It's going to come so loud. It's going to come so loud to you that you will not be able to silence it. Sorry, y'all. I have a thing with this. I just got it done and I do not. Bruh, I'll be happy when I can change it. Yeah. You're going to hear it loud and clear. Either it's going to come through via email, text, phone, some type of online communication. You have twos. It's time to make some decisions. Movement, choices, decisions. You have the Knight of Wands. It's like you have someone in your life that is just, they make things happen, but not care about the feelings that they have around, that they cause people surrounding them. Like they make movements off of instinct and not think about anybody's feelings. And they don't try to stop and think about it. They're just always on the go and they really don't care what they do to the luggage that's behind them. You have the Knight of Cups upright and the Seven of Cups in reverse. You're starting to see things for what it is. You went through a spiritual awakening, or somebody went through some type of pain that made them open their eyes and realize that following your intuition was the way to go. And you went through a metamorphosis where you did a whole reevaluation on your life and tried to figure out where you went wrong and why are you going wrong and what steps to take to get out of this. We have the Balance card. The Balance card is speaking exactly what it is. It's time to find balance within your life. It's time to, you got the Devil card. Got a Capricorn here too. It's time to let go of, or allow someone to let go. Like there is too many endings here. It's time to end. And don't look at endings, the Death card, as sadness. Because death is not sad. Look at what die means. It means times two. It means to remove yourself from one dimension to go into another. It is not what you think it is. You have been kind of warped and brainwashed by television, telling lies to your vision and all. However, you guys don't look at death as a bad thing, because this is not what that means. Death to anything is not horrible. It has to happen. You know, it's saying someone has to die for a new person to be born. That is a saying, and it's not just because. It's because that is the truth. And you can't cheat death in no form or fashion. So whether it's dealing with life, situations, relationships, money, whatever energy that it's dealing with, you got to allow it to happen, or you're doing a dangerous thing by stopping it. The Three of Swords in reverse. The Five of Discs upright and the Three of Swords in reverse is telling me that someone ended something. A relationship ended. So many endings here. A relationship ended and it left someone feeling out in the cold. Like they felt like they had like, look at this card. Like there's some major loss. I don't know if you guys can see it. Some major loss here. Like somebody took something and left you a little bit of nothing. And stop trying to fit in too. I don't know who's that for. Excuse me, who's that for? But stop trying to fit in. Go with the flow. Stop. I know you feel like you probably a square trying to fit in with circles, but guess what? Circles aren't really circles. Squares aren't really squares. Normal isn't really normal. You know, like, stop trying to fit in, be yourself. And don't act cynical to certain things. Like, just let things be. Be polite. And there's a sacrifice that must happen to bring in movement. In order to sacrifice, you have to sacrifice this love affair that you thought you had. Or this person that, or it could be you with this strong demeanor where you're allowing people, where you are manipulating people and they're allowing you to manipulate them and tell them what to do and where to go and how to do it and what not to do and what they're going to do and what they're not going to do because you feel like you have the upper hand and everything. And guess what? Oh, somebody's going to sing your little ass still. So what I'm saying is, look at the synchronicities around you. Let endings end. Stop feeling like a victim because you are not. Anything that happened to you, allowed it to happen. Believe me, emotions are emotions and they can be changed. And only you allow people to manipulate your emotions. Endings. Allow it to happen. It is time for you to go on a spiritual journey. You think whatever you thought you was doing, you ain't doing it right. So it's time for you to actually go on a spiritual journey and figure out why you keep allowing certain people into your life. Why you keep allowing individuals to tell you anything or to go forward with the flow and not question anything. Like you have you have nothing that's going to cause movement in your situation until you do the sacrifice. Like not one card said, if you don't, this is going to happen. You have decisions in order to make this movement. You have choices to make in order to get this movement started. Thank you, Spirit, so much. Thank you so much for His Holy Spirit. Please give me a clarifying card for Pisces for March 2019. And what they need to be looking for this month. Okay. 3 of Cups in reverse. Endings. Believe in yourself. Time to believe in yourself. Get some self-awareness going on. Ending a relationship, a failed situation. No, you was like no longer looking towards the future. Something happened and you honestly just stopped chasing. Ooh, okay. Spirit, this is a lot of cards. Alright, whatever. 10 of Swords, feeling weighed down. Ace of Swords, thinking about a new idea. Thinking about how you can... No. Not talking about how you feel. Very small communication. 9 of Wands. Nines. It is time to end the shit. End it. End it now. The 3 of Wands. You guys, the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, nines, 5s, the Ace of Swords. Like you guys, it is time to bring the 9 of Wands. It's time to bring some ending, and you need to have a communication with it. If that's what it calls, because it's like. The reason why you're in this is because no one was communicating. You're just going along with the flow. The 3 of Swords in reverse. The 9 of Wands upright. Ace of Swords. The 3 of Wands. So there's fire. There's air. I don't know if you are... The 3 of Wands is movement. It's making a decision, moving forward. Like someone's moving forward. And they no longer want... It's action. They're out of here. The 9 of Wands. Feeling single. Removing yourself from... Breaking free. Breaking free from that mind control that somebody had you in. The Ace of Swords, manipulation. Removing yourself from that manipulation. The Three of Swords, removing yourself from 3-party, 4-party, whatever situations that did not go with your morals. Removing yourself. Ending situations. Listen. I'm going to pull another card. Just another oracle card just to clarify this reading. Okay? But it's pretty much forward. Straightforward. It is time for you to allow endings to come. It's like you don't feel like you... Ooh, spirit. It's time for you to manifest what you want. The manifestation card came out and the third eye chakra came out. Manifestation and third eye chakra just fell out, like literally. And you guys need to move forward. You need to move forward. You need to see what you really want so you can manifest it. Because somehow, somewhere in your life, you manifested the situation. And you need to find it. And it all comes from unconscious thinking. Look at... I'm going to give you guys some homework. Look at the laws of manifestation. I'm sorry. I was trying to think of some more. And the laws of karma. It's going to set you guys in a different direction. The third eye is the gate that allows higher consciousness and intuition to enter. Psychic abilities become awakened. Access to mystical states and non-physical reality can all be experienced when this chakra is open. As an empath, your intuition is a very important tool that helps you discern the energies that you experience. External emotional projections from others all hold clues and can be intuitive from the energy that is experienced. Phantom moments of energetic upheaval can even be tracked back to their source. Future upcoming road signs can also be downloaded into our intuition, giving us greater opportunity to prepare for what is to come. All these intuitive skills help to make the empath's journey with energy a path of exploration instead of one filled with endless questions that ordinary answers can never explain. Questions to ask yourself. Am I open to receive the gift of intuition absent of fear? Do I resist the information that does not fit into my ordinary reality? Am I questioning my gut instinct in this situation? Listen to that intuition. You have to. It's like regaining what you lost. And in order to regain what you lost out of this relationship is listen to your intuition so you won't lose anymore. You have to appreciate endings and do so with grace. Appreciate the ending with grace. Walk out of this with your dignity, with your head held high, knowing that now, oh yes, I went through what I went through, but I also learned this. I got through this, and now I am this. You must understand that situations that you may look at as a bad thing is not necessarily that. If you find the good in the bad, everything that comes your way will seem like a holiday. Girl, wait a minute. Everything that come your way may seem like a holiday. Okay, I like that. I don't care what y'all say. All right, so we have the manifestation card. We're going to do this with the 12. And we're going to clear up your reading right here. Today, I give myself the opportunity to manifest. My energy is abundant and I attract to myself that which is needed for my path. Oftentimes, as empaths, we have forgotten that the energy of abundance resides within us. We become overwhelmed and disregard the importance of the physical aspect of life. Jobs that seem meaningless, bosses that are difficult, or at times it may seem that we need physical in our life indulge us. But because of your connection to the earth, you are filled with a knowing of what it takes to attract to you what is needed at any given moment. Your gift to the world as an empath makes you an asset to the earth and its creator, as we are the ones who change everything. They will not let you fail. Clear yourself and ground and tap into the abundance that the earth wishes to give you. Have I asked the creator and the earth today what they wish to give me? Am I ready to receive from my journey's abundance, or am I feeling that I will not have enough? And that is it. You guys can self-sabotage yourself. Stop it and start believing that whatever your intuition is telling you is not by coincidence, is not it is not by chance. It is divinely given to you. Use it. And you won't go through certain situations where you have to explain yourself or feel heartbroken or feel like someone stabbed you or you feel like a victim. You won't have to go through this if you just stop for a second, realize getting your chakras together is a plus and it's a must, and manifest what you want. You don't want anything bad. You don't want this to happen again in your life, and you don't want to feel like you need to relearn this lesson. Then manifest that. Manifestation is the key, my babies. I'm going to pull one more card. Okay. Containers. Let's see what that means. 42. As safe as a box may seem, it's an experience that can also be of emptiness. As in the past, we crave a knowing of where we begin and where we end energetically. This need for energetic boundaries can become a blessing or a curse according to the emotional context that brought these boundaries into being. Healthy boundaries allow the flow of energetic information to pass through the auric field, giving an opportunity to access the moment and make healthy choices. Boundaries realized from fear and hurt become dark castles, limiting our experience on the other side of the emotional moat. Are my beliefs about boundaries healthy, or do they create boxes that I stuff aspects of myself into, limiting parts of my experience? Can I let go of labels and duality of good or bad in order to let the full experience become available? This has to do with your ego. If you believe, like I said, stop letting television and all the things you hear and all the things you've learned throughout life affect your love life, affect the way you live life, because it all is not true. It has been placed in your way as an obstacle. You need to reach outside and realize that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So with all the human things that's around you on a constant basis, it can make you confused. It can make you feel like, oh my God, I'm failing when someone else is thriving, or you feel like you need to fit in when you really don't need to fit in, because you are fitting in just perfectly, because you are a part of a bigger plan, honey. And if you allow people to manipulate you on how you should feel and what you should do in certain situations, then you better believe you will always be in a rut and you will never manifest abundance. You guys, I love you. This has been your reading for March. I'll see you in mid-March. You guys, I wish you luck. And remember, you are loved and you control this. You have the upper hand in life, okay? Manifestation.